Alright boys, what we saying? Today, I'm going to do a little 808 tutorial, as you can see from the title. I don't want to make this video too long, I want to keep this video kind of short. Quickly, I just want to say I've got a new drum kit on my Instagram. My Instagram will be in the description. It's got everything that a beginner would want. It's got drum patterns, it's got an FOP in there, it's got some loops, it's got midis, it's got mixer presets, it's got loads of sound in there. I'd definitely go get it if I was a beginner. It's only £10, which, I'm not going to lie, that's quite good for considering what's in this kit. So yeah, go to my Instagram, go check that out. But yeah, let's get on with this video. Right, so I've got my 808 here. I just dragged it onto my channel rack. I've got Fabo's OPM 808, which personally I think is the most basic 808 in drill. First things first, we want to envelope the 808, which basically means it will play for as long as we put the note down for. It's a bit hard to explain, but you'll see what I mean. If you were to just put an 808 in like this, it will play for as long as the fucking waveform is. It will just play like this. And you don't want that. You only want it to play for the amount of time you put it. It just plays no matter what. So you want to envelope it. So how you do that is you go to this little tool up here, turn the attack 95% of the way down, hold up, decay down, sustain down, release down. Now your 808 is enveloped, meaning for as long as you play it, that's how long like the note will actually play. It's hard to explain, but you'll see what I mean. So it will stop. It will stop. It stops. So that's just enveloping it. That just basically means for as long as you put the note down, that's how long it will play for. So now I'm going to show you how to get your 808 in key. And a lot of people don't actually get their 808s in key, which is what I struggled with to start with. I'm not going to lie, for a few weeks when I was starting, I just didn't know how to get my 808s in key. So what that means is your 808 has a note. It's rooted to it's a note. It's usually a C. Most producers or kit makers, engineers, they will put their 808s into C to make it easier for us. But let's say it's not in C. That's when it fucks people up. That's when your 808 sound out of key. It sounds all fucked up if you don't tune it properly. So to find the note of your 808, you would just go open your 808 like this, hold Control and press E. Bring it up in Edison and click this little tool. Go down to detect pitch regions, and then it will say at the start what key it is. So this is already in C, so we're fine with this 808. But let's say that said D or any note. Let's just go with D. You can click this little hand to make it so you can see the notes. You'd right click on D, or let's say it said E. You right click on E, but mine's on C, so you just leave it on C. That's basically routing your 808 to the right note, which a lot of producers don't actually do. So that's a good tip, which you should probably start doing, finding the key of your 808 and tuning it properly, which honestly will save you a lot of time. Now, I'm gonna show you lot how to use your 808s like effectively, where to put them, what key to put them on, all of that stuff. So to start with, I'm just gonna say, for learning 808s, you wanna kind of use like piano melodies. Why am I getting called? Anyway, so for learning 808s, I'd say do piano melodies, learn from piano melodies. They're just the most basic and simple, like, I don't know how to explain it. They're just so basic and simple, and they are the easiest way to learn 808s. Because if you're trying to do 808s with a vocal melody or some Bollywood shit, which has loads and different keys in, it's gonna kind of be quite hard for a beginner. I'll just play the melody quickly. Just a simple piano ghosty melody. You can't go wrong with it really. So for doing 808s, a lot of people like start to get the sound right of their 808s, they go into an octave higher. So for instance, usually your 808s would be in the 5th octave, and some slides would go to the 6th, maybe 7th, but this is the 5th octave is where you do your 808s usually. But you want to make sure you've got the 808s in the right key to start with, and it's a lot easier to hear in the higher octaves. So as you can see here, I've got three keys I've used. I've used G, I've used D sharp, and I've used G again. So you want to test. Usually it is the root note that you'd want to put the 808 on, or sorry, the bottom, the last notes like this. That's what you'd want to do. But sometimes it doesn't always sound right. Sometimes it's literally just off ear. You've just got to go where your ear tells you. So let me just take this up. So let's see if it sounds alright on G. That doesn't sound too bad. D sharp and G. So you can kind of choose here. It depends what you want to do. I'd personally go for D sharp, because it's lower and 808s sound better in a lower key. Personally, that's an opinion. You can obviously go for whatever you want. Just make sure your 808 is on one of the keys you've used in the melody pattern. Lovely. A lot of people leave out the second bar. They don't put an 808 here. Not many producers do that, unless you're unless you're doing some mad slides and all that stuff. They either start on the third bar again, or they do like maybe one note here halfway through, and then they'd go back in on the third bar. So that's what I tend to do sometimes. So I'm gonna play. I don't know. I'm gonna do the same note. And you want to keep following these notes. If you've made the melody, that will help you. Let me just make this note a bit bigger. If you've made the melody, that will help you a lot, because you can actually see the notes, which notes it is. So you want to make sure all these 808s are placed on the right notes like this, on the bass, on the root notes, on the chord progression notes. So I've got D sharp, and now I might want to go down to D. I could try down to G, but it may not sound amazing because G is like a bit of a different note. You want to keep the notes relatively around the same, like this, to D sharp to D, sorry. So I think that will sound good. So obviously when I take it down an octave, it will sound like this. So that sounds good. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds alright. I could try this on G maybe, because it didn't sound amazing on D sharp or D, sorry. See, that sounds so much better on G. It's all literally based off ear. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to put it on a set note. You don't have to put it on the bass note all the time. It's just literally goes off what sounds the best. Done. No slides. This is literally just the basic root notes, the basic 808s. Done. So we've got it sound like this. And then for slide notes, all you got to do is go up to this little magnet, half step, click these two thingies here, put a note down, make it as small as you can. Remember, it's on half step. Take it back to step so you don't fuck up on everything. So now you've got a slide note here. This is your slide note. You want to place this anywhere on an 808, but when you do place it, you want to cut it like this. Notice how I've cut it here. If I wanted to place it here, I'd have to cut it. I'll just put another one here. You don't want to make it too complicated. I think that's pattern. I think that's sounding calm. Now all you got to do is add your drums. I'm not going to add drums because I don't want to make this video too long. Hopefully this video did help you. If it didn't, I am very sorry. I tried my best, and I'm not brilliant in these tutorial things, but I'm going to do more tutorials. I'm going to probably do tutorials on melodies, like maybe different counter snare patterns, how to make counter snares sound good, jumpy, how to do all that stuff. I'll make videos on that in the future. Just let me know if this helped you, and if you want to see more of these videos, please comment, let me know. Remember, my kit is in the description on my Instagram. DM me if you want to buy it, etc, etc. Go follow me on Instagram. So yeah, hopefully this video helped you. If it did, leave a like. If it didn't, dislike. If you don't like me, unsubscribe. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And then if you don't like me, you can unsubscribe. Like, I don't really care, I'm not gonna lie. But so hopefully this helped the beginners that I get watching my beats. If I have any, I don't know who watches my beats, but if anyone clicking on my channel, any beginners, hopefully this helped you. Yeah, let me know in the comments if this helped you. If it didn't, I'm sorry, innit? But yeah, so I hope this helped you, all of that shit. So thank you, boys and girls. I will see you very shortly.